and this is test day.
So like we're doing a pre-test of our knowledge because this is only day 1 of class though.
We're on this learning journey just like many of you might be. Think of us as your curious companions as we stumble, learn, and hopefully gain some genuine insights.
So if you're curious about your birth chart, wondering what the tarot card really means, or just looking for some relatable company on your spiritual learning path, then Stars and Shuffles is for you. Get ready to explore the universe within and around us.
We've decided to do a fun poll to test our knowledge on tarot and astrology chart reading. As we mentioned, we are not experts. We are just curious and learning. And this is test day, so let's see how good we do.
This is like we just opened the syllabus and so like we're doing a pre-test of our knowledge because this is only day 1 of class though. Just so we're clear. So you're pulling your sun.
Okay. So we're just gonna pull to see who the rising moon and sun are.
Yeah, sun, moon, and rising.
Okay. All right. So who is our sun sign? Sun. Capricorn. Okay. All my little Capricorn
Earth,
signs. Right? It's an earth sign. Yes.
We're going into Leo, but the Virgo we just stopped talking about. So
yes.
More earth.
I love Capricorns, just to say, because they, mad respect, they are like the boss ass signs.
Which month are they?
January. Towards the end of December into early January is when our rising.
I don't know. Oh, that Gemini. There you go. I was like, I did a Cancer because then it'd be like my sun sign, your sun, and a random Capricorn.
What are we doing? We're doing rising. Scorpio. Oh,
that's November, right?
Yeah,
that's
well, it's towards the end of October into early November. Is Scorpio. Yeah, a Scorpio rising.
That's like, so they're fire, right?
They're water.
Oh yeah, it's so weird. The Scorpio,
right? So like the little picture.
You have 3 different
elements in here.
Too.
Yeah.
So I feel like that makes it even more like, oh boy.
I know.
We have every connection. Do we want to do a poll for their sun, moon, and rising? Like, so instead of it like past, present, future, like what is?
Oh, let's do it. Okay.
Like,
all right. So what is the cards?
Sorry, Capricorn sun.
Capricorn sun. What do the cards hold for you? Oh, wow, that was quick.
Ooh, the Queen of Wands, not reversed though. So right, okay. So our Gemini moon. No, I think. Okay, well, the Hanged Man. Okay, wow. I'm really bad at major arcana stuff. All right. So and then our Scorpion.
Scorpio rising. What the cards got hold for you, in store for you. Oh, wow. Holy smokes. These cards responded real quick.
They did. Oh, that's a 7.
Whoa. That's 7 of Wands?
7 of Wands, yeah.
Holy smokes.
All right.
Dang.
They jumped. They're coming out today.
Yeah.
So are we naming our fake character?
What do you mean, like?
Do you think it's a girl or a boy?
The queen?
Or gender? No, like because like, so we have a person right now that's a sun.
Oh.
Sun, moon, and rising here. So like,
I mean,
someone out in the world right now has this sun, this combination. Who are they?
Who are they? I mean, it could apply to anyone who has this combo, despite their gender.
Oh yeah.
You're like give our person an imaginary name.
What about Cassie? Because it's Capricorn. Okay. We end with a Scorpion, and so we have the C and the S, and Gemini. There's 2 S's, the twins right there, right?
All right.
So this is Cassie.
Cassie. All right. Let's do this then.
All right. Okay.
What do we got for Cassie?
Well, we can start with her Capricorn sun. Because we got the Queen of Wands again. Mm-hmm. And this time we did not get it reversed. And so, considering we just came out of August, I feel like I should know it. However, I love this card because there's like a little black cat on it, and it always makes me excited. But this card is again about showing up in friendships now.
Yeah.
However, since it is not reversed, it's going to be on our positive side. So let me look real quick. But we're also...
So Saturn is in Aries, which is their 11th house. That's their house of friendships and community. With Saturn in... Well, I guess I take that back because I think for... Well, no, we're doing July, right? Yeah.
We're in July right now.
We're in July. Okay, so Saturn is actually began its retrograde in Pisces. I'm corrected. So Pisces is their 10th house. 10th house of career and public image. Yes.
And so this one is for the rising or the...
Yeah, this is their rising. So yeah, this is just like the layout of their chart. So they're like moon and some placements aren't really activated just yet because we're in Pisces. They got none of those there. But with Saturn in their 10th house of career and public image retrograding, they're starting to take a step back and think about their career in the long term. Do I want to stay in this position? Where do I see myself going? How do I want, people within my career to see me? It's kind of the thoughts that are going in their head right now as Saturn is retrograding in their 10th house and kind of starting to create a little more structure, right? Because Saturn is all about like pushing you to start to break down what's no longer working in order so that you can create sustainable habits for like long-term sustainability. So if you're, being lazy at work, get ready because something's going to come up or they're going to find out. And you're going to have to, change that because that's not going to be sustainable for you in the long term. So things like that is what they're going to be seeing as Saturn is like making its way in their retrograding.
For the Queen of Wands. So we look at that, especially if you're talking about like their careers where they're at right now. I would say the Capricorn in them. So that Capricorn sun is going to help them with relationships though. So maybe if they're going through something right now where somebody, maybe they're slacking on their job, so they could be getting laid off or things like that. That Queen of Wands is going to be somebody from your past life coming in and like reconnecting with you. So maybe that means like your Capricorn bonds that you've created is going to help you get a new job, or just have that person come in that's going to like help push you back in the direction you need, or just like that old connection that you need to refine the stability. And that's like that Capricorn energy that's helping you do that. So something you've done with your Capricorn, because the Queen of Wands specifically is a very strong, feminine, bold energy that you're gonna get.
It's interesting you're saying about like relationships because Neptune, I think, is retrograding into Aries right now. And that is their 11th house of community and friendships. And Neptune is a planet all about like illusions, dreamy. It may be that as Neptune is going backwards now, right? It's stopping. You're not delusions of a certain, friendship or like, community that you were a part of are kind of starting to be shattered. I would say there are some things that are going to be occurring that you're now becoming more aware of because you're stripping off, like, I guess, that little fantasy that's been applied to it. If that makes any sense.
Interesting. Like
I love Neptune.
It sounds just like a boss. Neptune's like Neptune, like and then for it to be like the mysterious too.
Yes.
Which is interesting. Like you're like, hey, Neptune. So we have like Gemini, which we already know Gemini is our air sign, who is like, has multiple personalities.
Hey, I love Gemini, so I would just say, like,
I love it
hot take. But as much as people hate Geminis, I love Geminis because I think that even though they come up with some random stuff, it's that curiosity that's their strength. Like they really make you see different perspectives and things, even if it's like really extreme perspectives, I would say.
I love Gemini because I am a Gemini.
Bias.
But like before I did any of this, like I didn't know what my moon or rising was before.
Yeah.
And so like I only ever connected to that Gemini energy. But now that I know, like, I'm an Aries rising, like I'm like, because so many people also give hate to Aries, I feel like. Because it's like they're mad, they're aggressive, these things. But like I've always held like a love for Aries before I knew I was part Aries. I was like, it was so cool. I was like, oh, Aries. So like I feel like I'm two controversial signs: Gemini, Aries, and then a Libra, which keeps me balanced. But saying like Neptune, so for the Hangman, so that's what their Gemini got. So we're talking about that curious energy, and the Neptune just being like mysterious. The Hangman is a drastic change in perspective is coming.
Ooh.
So like something's about to happen for them, and that Gemini energy that leaves you curious is going to help you get there, especially in your moon.
So Uranus is in Gemini right now, and that is their that is their 8th house of shared resources, mental health. There's going to be definitely some big changes happening in that aspect of your life where you're if you have current joint partnerships, there's going to be something drastic changing that's going to maybe like make you reevaluate that, because that would then kind of go in connection with that whole
drastic
relationship thing.
Because somebody's coming back from your past, like that had that Capricorn energy for you, and now a drastic change. And some other words that like go with the Hangman are feeling stuck, being in limbo, so exploring that gray area. And so like having those two cards together makes me be like, okay, someone's from your past is coming back, which could be good, but then you're gonna have a drastic change. And so be cautious. I feel like it's the whole theme of August, and I know we're talking about July, but it's definitely been be cautious. Let's see, we are okay. So those were both not reversed. Like since it's a Hangman, I thought it was reversed, and so I was getting it like I was like, this is only a 3, why or an 8? I'm like, but it's a 12. And so our rising Scorpio is our 7 of Wands. Again, fire. There's that drive in there, and 7 is we're getting near the end, so we could be feeling burnout again, exhaustion, but it is reversed. And so, like for me, I'm thinking like, so we have this drive, this passion, and we're probably feeling determined right now, but let's check if I'm right. So let's go back to our 7. All right, our 7 in reverse argues that you don't have the higher ground, or you are about to lose it. You might want to reconsider the original plan. You don't have the passion or the will. That's interesting. That's kind of like the opposite of what I said. So ignore what I said. Remember, day 1 of class.
I would definitely say I failed this test because I was looking at a Gemini rising the whole time.
We love our Geminis. Hold on. Look over here. I'm like, okay, no, I want to back here. know we're in the purpose. So it's okay. I cheated the whole
It's so funny because like it was an open book test. Still got all the answers wrong.
time. It's okay. Self-defense, standing your ground. Um, so it's interesting. So okay, so we go all the way back to like our Capricorn has somebody new coming into their life or someone coming back from their past.
Mhm.
Our hangman's like we're about to go through a change, and then our seven of wands says we are not ready for this. What are we doing? Like, and so Miss Cassie, I don't think you should do what you're about to do.
Yeah, I mean, as I'm looking at the correct chart now, um, their fifth house of um, pleasure, joy, uh, children, I think, is also in there.
Mm,
Um, a lot is activated. They're really starting to think about, their hobbies in conjunction with um, work and daily life.
mhm,
It's not as great
mhm,
as they were portraying it to be with Neptune and Aries. That's actually their sixth house.
mm,
Um, so they're like, man, life isn't looking so bright right now.
mm,
And so they're really gonna start hunkering down now. What are some hobbies I could do outside of work?
mm,
Work isn't, I guess, everything that, or it doesn't consume my life, is maybe
mhm,
what they're getting at. Um, and then with that, they have, Jupiter, or no, Uranus is in Gemini, which is their eighth house of shared resources and mental health.
mhm.
So there's definitely going to be some big things thrown at them where they, have to really transform. Like, how are you? And when I'm saying shared resource, it doesn't necessarily just have to be money. It could be a joint venture,
Mhm,
joint business. You might, if you're already like overseeing a business with someone, some things may happen where like that breaks off.
mhm,
Or maybe that someone new comes in your life and you start, that
mhm.
whatever venture it is that you're trying to do together or get a loan together. Um,
Kind of because you mentioned kids at one point, and so what if Miss Cassie's divorced and the person
ooh.
that is coming back is the ex, and our hangman
Oh.
means like, hey, we're about to go through a huge change, and so maybe she's like, maybe we reconnect, but then our seven of wands is like, we are not ready.
Yeah.
Back off right now. I don't know. That's just kind of how like seeing these three cards together, hearing like some things you're talking about that's happening. I
Yeah.
wonder if that's what's happening for Cassie.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, like, Jupiter, which is in Cancer, that's their ninth house, house of travel, belief
Oh.
systems, philosophy, education.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that's being expanded. So uh, it may be that they have, they're not seeking to go down that past path with
Mm-hmm.
that person because they're like having some like new stuff coming in their lives. They may be trying to know, like, we're trying to focus right now, become a boss ass bitch, get our
Mm-hmm.
degree, or, you know, they're reminding themselves, no, like, there's a reason why it didn't work
So we
out.
have a bad influence potentially coming back.
Yeah.
Like even though the Queen of Wands is positive, so we would think like this friendship's coming in, but with the Hangman right after it,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, they're trying to bringing big change. So it could even be just like somebody trying to derail them from where they're at. And
Yes.
they put on the face of like, oh, this is a good reason. Like we want to be here.
Yeah.
Like, but it's good energy. The hanging man's like, no, it's not. I'm gonna rock your world.
I wonder if we should do like, in order to see how accurate we were,
Mhm.
I say we hit up our girl Chatty.
Right. So it's thinking This is a fascinating combination of astrology transits and tarot insights. Let's break down how the current cosmic energies are likely affecting your Capricorn Sun, Gemini Moon, and Scorpio rising, and then what the tarot reading suggests you prepare for. So I told you, like, what should we prepare for based on this reading?
Ooh.
So the year 2025 is marked with significant planetary shifts. And so Jupiter in Gemini since May expands whatever it touches. Effect on a Gemini moon. This is a major transit for your moon. Jupiter is conjuncting your moon, bringing a strong sense of optimism, growth, expansion to your emotional world and inner self. You may feel you may feel more curious, talkative, or eager to connect with others. So I'm just skimming now. Saturn is in your Aries.
Yeah.
So since May 24th, birthday.
Is that their sixth house?
I guess I didn't ask for its houses.
Oh.
So it's not. Oh no, it does actually say. It says Saturn is in Aries. Well, Saturn and Aries could also influence your sixth house on a daily routine, work, health, and your fifth house on creativity and self-expression.
Okay.
Well, I feel like that's what you said, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
adding more structure to their daily life, right? And work.
Yeah. So planet of discipline. So effect on Capricorn. The Saturn is ruling planet. It positions always significant in Aries. Saturn depends on action, initiative, and self-assertion. This could mean you're feeling more pressure to take on decisive steps in your career, public life. It's a time for disciplined growth, setting boundaries, potentially restructuring your goals. And then for our moon, so effect on Gemini moon, Uranus, the planet of disruption, is awakening. Entering your moon will bring significant shifts in your emotional world, intuition, and how you express yourself. So,
Interesting.
and then Mercury retrograde in Cancer, the Gemini impact for that is given your Gemini mood ruled by Mercury and Scorpio rising, which often expresses intense communication. This transit could be particularly felt. Be mindful of miscommunications, especially with family or those coming back, in my mind. Maybe I did say that.
You're really rallying for somebody from the past to come back
They
and
are.
fuck shit up.
They are. I'll reflect and redo rather than initiate new plans. All right, let's skip down here to the. All right, so for the reading, oh, there's so much. Okay.
I know. It's our girl Chatty's just.
Yep. All right, so Scorpion. So Queen of Wands for Scorpion Sun. This card embodies confidence, charisma, creative self-expression, and powerful insights. What to prepare for. This card strongly affirms your inherent strength and leadership qualities, particularly as they relate to the Capricorn Sun. You're being called to step into your authentic power or express your creative vision. For Capricorn, this means channeling your innate discipline and particularly into a more vibrant, inspiring, and perhaps even flamboyant form of leadership. So there's passion, renewed passion. So I guess nobody's coming back for you, Cassie. I'm sorry.
You were really rooting for that narrative.
And then our Gemini moon with the Hangman. This is a crucial message for your Gemini moon, especially with Mercury retrograde and Uranus entering Gemini. Your emotional world may be a bit suspended or uncertain. You might be experiencing a deep need to release old mental models or emotional habits that no longer serve you. The Hangman is telling you to embrace stillness and introspective, shift your perspective, and then practice surrender. And then our Seven of Wands reverse in Scorpio. What to prepare for. This card points to a potential area of struggle and defensiveness and how you engage with the world. With your Scorpio rising, you might naturally brace for conflict or feel like you're constantly defending your position. The reverse seven suggests that you may feel exhausted from ongoing battles, unnecessarily creating conflict, or need to let go of control, seeking collaboration or support. Reevaluate your worth. So overall, let's see, it says overall,
well, there is that aspect you got right of reevaluating their worth, it goes back to that 7 of Wands.
Yeah,
Like you
kind of
were saying how
pause.
no, like,
Yeah. Don't just go with everything that was happening for
yeah.
you. So also failed. Don't worry. And I was reading the book. I think it's connecting them to the astrology is something I'll have to definitely get better at. And I
Yeah.
think that's what Gemini did. It took like, okay, this is like, so I don't really know outside of my signs, like really what like they bring to the table.
Yeah.
And so maybe we need to like do like breakdowns too on signs a little bit
Yeah.
to really look at like, okay, what are they doing? Like, what's happening with them?
Yeah. I also don't know if it was kind of just seeing them also not as a whole per
Hmm.
se, but like segregated,
Hmm.
Um, because sometimes I guess it didn't um correspond with some of the things they were, saying. I think it may have been like looking at it individualized instead of just the
Hmm.
Scorpio rising.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I mean, this is their emotional world. This is what their purpose and what they're good at
Mm.
is. Um, but yeah,
Yeah. It's still neat.
it's still neat. Some cool stuff.
Learning more every day. So if you're Cassie and you are a Capricorn sun, Gemini moon, and Scorpion rising, just
Mhm.
know we botched your reading. So only listen to the end.